welcome back to the cabin. I thought it'd be nice to spend some holiday time over here. I'm still getting a little bit settled in, but as you guys saw, Santa was good to me this year. I have a little sign that says Northern Woodsman on it. I received that as a gift, so that's very, very cool. I put it on top of the door for the time being inside the cabin. I'll try to give you guys an angle of that. It's not super bright in the cabin. It is a gloomy day today. But I also received some new filming equipment, so I have some new lenses. I'll try to throw in a couple B-roll shots here, but it makes a huge difference. The lens that you guys are on right now, the camera is way closer, so it is a wide angle lens. The camera is way closer than it used to be. I don't need to throw it in the woods to get a decent view of the cabin. Now I can have the microphone at a decent distance. I don't need to scream my lungs out for you guys to hear me on the microphone. So it's really cool. I pretty much needed some new lenses because my other ones were dinked up pretty bad. Sometimes the camera falls over, the wind blows over, a tree falls on it, a whole bunch of stuff happens. So really nice to have some new filming equipment. I also have for today a nice sirloin steak that I will cook, and I'll try to switch it up. I'll start a fire on the inside, but since it's nice and warm today for December, usually this time of year is about -10 to -30 Celsius, and today it is right at about -5. And yesterday it was raining. We are getting a lot of rain, no snow at all so far this year. It was a green Christmas. So yeah, it is a different year. Usually there's a lot of snow. Last time I came here there was about knee-high snow, and now I'm in my rubber boots because there's just rivers flowing. So it's different. Not really used to it. Not used to a green Christmas, but it is what it is, I guess. Can't really tell Mother Nature to switch up her plans. So, like I said, plans for today: relax, have a steak that I will cook outside. You guys will be able to see a whole lot more. It's a lot clearer outside. I'm still working on plans for lights in the cabin. I would like 12-volt lights, but I'm not sure. Those are very expensive. But yeah, I'll try my best to make a little bit better filming conditions. I know some people like it when I spend time in the cabin, but it's just not optimal for the camera. I spend time alone in there, but I just don't really film that often because it is just dark. I like it that way. The cabin was never built as a movie set, so I never really thought about the lighting. So let's get started. Let's head inside, start a fire, and then I'll start a second fire outside, but this time it will be to cook. Might not need 2 matches. Smoking pretty hard. Oh, it's lit under there. It's coming. There we go. Camera is a little foggy, but that just means it's getting pretty hot in here. I'll add a log or two to the fireplace. As I'm not cooking on it, I really don't need it to be 100 degrees in here. So cooking outside, it's awesome for you guys. You can see what's happening, but also it's good for me because I save up on firewood. So this thing destroys logs. As you can see, it's just embers. Go. Throw in a piece of maple in there. Once the pine lights up, the maple will keep it going for a while. Give it a bit more oxygen. Leave the door cracked. I'll stay in here for a while. A few minutes actually, just so my hands warm up a little bit. I have little gloves, but when I'm working and doing stuff, I don't really like having gloves on, especially not with an axe. You just lose a lot of grip and dexterity. So I'll have my little snack before my dinner, and I'm warming up in the meantime. While I'm inside, also something else is happening. The fire that I started outside is simmering down a little bit. I'll need to go back and add some maple because, for those of you that didn't know, cooking with any type of wood, so any conifers with resin in them, can give a weird taste. It's a little aftertaste. It's not that bad, but I know some people really don't like it. So I like to taste the food that I'm eating, so I try sometimes to cut out most of the conifers when I'm cooking. So now the fire started really easily, as you guys saw. I used the cool YouTuber method with the gunpowder and whatever, birch bark, and I batoned some kindling and stuff. But yeah, started pretty nice. A newspaper would have done the same thing. Obviously the gunpowder helped, but hey, whatever. It's fun to do sometimes. But yeah, so like I was saying, got sidetracked, but some hardwood, embers, or even just a flame, an open flame, is so much better for cooking. There's no aftertaste. So yeah, hardwood really helps out a lot. I could see out my little window right now that there is smoke, so I'm guessing that the fire needs some stoking outside. Unlike the one on the inside, not sure if you guys can hear that, but it is blazing once again. Fire's going pretty good. I still have 2 more pieces of maple to put in there, but I have a piece of pine and maple on top. I'm gonna let that burn down to embers, but I thought since I showed my knife, I'd go over what it is. It's very simple. I made it myself. I usually get questions on what's my knife, what are my firearms that I bring and stuff, so here you go. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I think this new lens is awesome. It focuses well and stuff, so yeah. It is a Hudson's Bay pattern knife. It fits my hand perfectly because I made it myself quite a few years ago. You can see I'm neglecting my equipment. It's all starting to rust on both sides of the blade. This is a high carbon steel blade. I made it from a very old sawmill blade, a huge round, just classic sawmill blade. They use those for logs. Now these days they have bandsaws. Back in the day they had massive saw blades. So I took a chunk out of that and made myself these. Oh, or this one. I made myself one knife so far, but I've had this thing for years and years. I'm sure it's almost 10 years. I used some elk antler for the knife scales, so they make a nice handle. It's not a super thick knife or anything. I don't really like thick handles. You lose a lot of dexterity. The knife blade itself, it's probably like 3/16 thick. It is very, very thick. I really like the pattern that I chose, Hudson's Bay. It's period correct. Back when I was really into that kind of stuff. Also why I kind of built the cabin, hunter trapper style cabin. I forged the back of the tang out. I think it looks pretty awesome. Gives it a nice little style, I guess you could say. It's like a little rat tail. Yeah, and I used brass rods, so I riveted them just to hold the scales down. I'll try to give you guys a close-up. Yeah, pretty cool. I really, really like the look. It's a very traditional, I guess, old Canadiana, I guess, from the 1600s all the way up to the 18 to early 1900s. Hudson's Bay was pretty big. So yeah, really, really nice in my hand. Big, beefy knife. The bevel on it, I believe, is like 20 degrees. So pretty standard, but it is a thick knife, so it's not always the greatest for slicing, like I was doing before. The feather sticking, so at the fire, the knife is so thick that it doesn't really slice that well. But batoning or whatever, not afraid at all with this thing. Also for the sheath, I know some people will be wondering what the heck this thing is. It's all beat up and gross. This is, I believe, a moose skin. I kind of bought leather, I'm not sure what it was. Some guy had it for sale, so I just kind of bought it. But yeah, super easy with the belt loop. It is pretty old. Like I said, I have a rawhide insert, as I was saying, before I got interrupted by the dead battery. Moose skin, or moose leather. Inside is just a piece of rawhide. It's just so the blade does not rip through the sheath. And this is where I was. The blade like formed itself, or the sheath formed itself around the blade, just due to years of inside the pack, on my belt, in my pocket, whatever. It formed itself to the blade pretty well. I didn't like custom cut this out or anything. It's just how it was. It was just one full piece, and it bent itself to the blade. You know, it is pretty beat up. I have to be careful because the blade does stick out. It poked a hole in there. I'd have to like super glue it shut, or put like a big wad of wood or glue or something at the bottom, just so the knife doesn't rip through the sheath. But it is what it is. Super cool little knife. One of my favorites that I ever did. I used to forge a lot, but now these days priorities change. I have the cabin, have different things, so yeah. People wondering, that is my little knife that I carry around. It's been years really that I carried it around. It's in my pack. It's my only knife that I carry. Unless I have my gun belt, I have my little knife on my gun belt, or even my little pocket knife in my pocket. But this does most of the work. Embers are simmering down there a little bit. Seems to be a good base to it. This piece of maple is a little bit high, but I'll throw the grill on just so it heats up, burns the leaves, melts the snow, and then we'll be ready to throw supper right on. It's actually fine. Thought it was going to be angled, but it's actually perfect. I'm really contemplating on doing something with this one piece of wood. Maybe planing it out, sanding it, like rounding off the edge or something, because this is the same piece of wood that I've been eating off of for well, really since before the cabin was built. I used to just sit down and it's just an old plank, nothing special about it, but now it's special because it's my eating plank now. So let's get to it. Show you guys what I have. It's a cabin classic. Big pickle. And a really nice big that's really tender. Massive sirloin steak. Really nice cut of meat. Like always, it's from a butcher on the way here. So I really like encouraging small businesses, especially that one. The guy's really nice, and it's a family owned and operated business, so really cool. The pickle also comes from there. He buys them from another local place and he packages them up in smaller batches and sells them off. And I'm always the first one there to get them. He also has some nice fresh cheese, but I didn't get some this time. So let's throw this thing on the grill and see if it's going to be edible in 5 minutes. Grab myself a little fork. It's a lot easier to flip it over. Sometimes it sticks to the grill, so with a fork it's a whole lot better than with a knife. I don't want to lose a piece if it falls through. Let's get wild and throw some salt and pepper on there. A little bit of salt. A bit of pepper. Pepper in my eyes. Jesus Christ. The smoke blew pepper in my eyes. In my nose and in my mouth. Nice. It's about time I flip this thing over. Next time, put pepper on. Opposite side of the wind, noted. Come on. Oh. Oh, oh man. Oh yeah. Oh, it's still marinating in there. Nice. I'll just pepper one side. Until next time, I won't do this side. A little bit of salt. Should be good. She's looking juicy. It's cooking nice and slow. Can't go wrong on a fire or even a fireplace stove. Awesome. The taste just isn't the same for the people that haven't done it. Feel sorry for you guys because you are really missing out. I'm no chef or anything, but I'd say it's right about that time to take her off. Which side? This side or this side? We want to go with this side. Oh. Oh, she's still cooking. bring you guys over there for a closer look. With nice color, the steam, the nice grill marks. Thing's immaculate. Looks awesome. Hopefully it tastes as good as it looks. This thing is perfectly cooked. Nice and pink in the middle. Oh yeah, pretty good. Should we start bringing some small sauce packets or something, because this is awesome. Maybe a little brown sauce or different spices even. With the fire, there's a little crispy bits all around the outside. The flavor is unreal. I don't even need a fork and knife. I can just take it, pull it apart. Fresh meat, you can't compare. So good. I think I'll head inside soon. Can't forget the pickles. First slice from Mother Nature. These things are full sour kosher pickles. So good. Oh, that's how you know they're good. Oh man. There is a piece of cartilage. I hate that stuff. So, Mother Nature. Mother Nature. One for good luck. One for me. I'll take this inside, let you guys drool over your screens, and I'll see you guys after. I don't want it to get too cold outside, but man, it's really, really nice eating outside. But for now, my hands are cold, a little bit too cold, and I don't want my meat to get cold, so I'm gonna head inside. My mic wasn't on for the last part, but just finished eating the steak, and now I'm letting nature do its thing, kind of burning off the germs off the plank. Pretty sure it'll work. I don't see why it wouldn't. But yeah. Oh yeah, that's working. Drying it off. Cleaning it off at the same time. Nice. Fork I'll put in the inside, or I'll put it in the inside the fire on the inside of the cabin. It's around 25 in here, so the lens is a little bit foggy, but for what it's worth, ooh, it's hot. Just gonna put my little fork just in the fire right here. Not for long, just enough for it to pretty much get red hot and not have any more bacteria on it. How am I even going to get that out of the fire? I think I have gloves somewhere. There we go. That is very warm in there. Yep, so that is red hot. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but the fork is indeed red hot. So, close that up. Let it cool down just a bit. I'll leave it on the side of this fireplace and then wipe it off afterwards. Smells like wood. So, yep, that's all nice and clean. I think it's a pretty good idea just to like polish this up and just make everything really nice. Make a nice piece out of it since I've had it for so long. I don't know, maybe a good idea. Not sure. We'll see. Maybe you guys will see it in a future cabin adventure. Well, I put everything away. Try my best at least. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but I am sitting on a bare chair because I'm guessing the mice or the squirrels that were getting cold at night and they decided to chew my cushion. It's a little bit humid, so that's just why I'm not using it. But just a cheap fake fur cushion. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, so far 2023 goes with 2023. Not a super good year so far. You know, there's a lot of stuff that happened around the world. But so far the cabin has been standing up pretty good to everything that Mother Nature, the world, and me has been throwing at it. So I'm really, really grateful for that. On that note, I'll leave you guys here. I'll try to do more updates. Maybe next week I'll have an update. I'm not sure. Just a video talking about the cabin and what's been going on. So yeah, I'll try my best to at least put that out, making it a little bit of an interesting video. If you have any comments, like always, leave them down in the comment section down below. Comments, questions. I really appreciate when subscribers and viewers leave me a little sometimes just get you guys leave me some little pro tips. I got one, for example, like I always say, I try to read most of them. I got one that said, you know, not to use the Premiere feature on the YouTube video creator, because when you upload the video and you put it on Premiere, I know for some people that don't make videos it doesn't really make any sense, but you hit Premiere, it's supposed to be, it comes up in red and there's going to be a countdown to my video. But that being said, as soon as a video is uploaded to YouTube, that means that you guys can't watch it. So if I post it a week before, it's going to be a week down in your watch list or in your video list. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Something I did not think about. So thanks you to the person who let me know that. Pretty sure that's about it. So Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. I'm a little bit late, but Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. I'm not sure when this video will be live. I think next Friday. So stay tuned for more upcoming videos. And don't forget to hit that bell notification icon, because it really, really helps out a lot. You guys will get a notification when I upload my videos. It really, really, really helps out the channel a lot. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Oh, and I also got myself a new bear friend, so keeping a bear themed at the cabin. It was on special. So I'll leave you guys here. Well, thanks for watching.